What's up, Lakers Nation? Happy Halloween. The Lakers gave the fans and myself quite a scare tonight as they squeak out a win against the Orlando Magic. Now, this was a game where you would hope the Lakers, who are clearly the better team on paper, would go out there tonight and dominate a team like the Orlando Magic on their home floor. However, thanks to some late game heroics by LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell, the Lakers were able to win this game by a margin of 3 points in a 106-103 victory over the young up-and-coming Orlando Magic. Now, one thing I would have hoped for in this game was for head coach Darvin Ham to find a rotation that not only worked while LeBron was off the court from a playmaking standpoint, but showed more, I want to say, spark or juice from an offensive half-court perspective. Now, D'Angelo Russell really showed that he can be that guy and really gave the Lakers a spark when LeBron James came off the bench. However, when D'Lo isn't on the floor and when LeBron James isn't on the floor, I still think the Lakers are truly lacking from a playmaking standpoint and still find themselves really lacking in their half-court offense where it gets really stagnant and you can tell there isn't really too much continuity in knowing who the go-to scorer or who the go-to playmaker is in certain situations, especially when you can't bail out, go to the block and give it to Anthony Davis, and then obviously LeBron and D'Lo not being in pick and roll situations. The Lakers are still lacking in finding somebody to be effective when those certain players are not on the floor. Now, although the Lakers were without Rui Hachimora, I really expected guys like Austin Reaves and Gabe Vincent to use this game to not only find their rhythm, but help them gain some of their confidence in allowing themselves to be more assertive within these basketball games. Now, I don't want to be too hard on Gabe and Reaves because, like Doc Rivers said, this is a make or miss league. And because it's a make or miss league, you're not always going to find yourself starting out the year hitting every jump shot you take. However, it is very much imperative for Reaves and Vincent to at some point find their stride and get some of their mojo going because they are very much necessary cogs in order for the Los Angeles Lakers to make any noise this season. Now, although the Lakers have a lot of things I feel like that need to be corrected, I think there still needs to be more assertion from a rebounding standpoint. Anthony Davis was dominant on the boards. He had about 19 rebounds in total, 17 defensive ones. However, there's still those rebounds that they missed just from a lack of effort and engagement, and I'm still hoping the Lakers find ways to not only assert themselves on the boards, but really dominate in that aspect of the game because they truly do have the bigs with Anthony Davis and Wood. Now, the brightest spot of this game, for me personally, was D'Angelo Russell. I think tonight he really reminded the world why he was an all-star at one point in this league and why is he still such a microwave type player. This is a guy who can go out and get you a 30, 40-point game. D'Lo was impressive tonight, 28 points, 10 of 14 shooting, along with 8 assists. Now, he has 3 turnovers tonight. I really want him to clean that up because I think that's the one area in his game where he does have some turnovers that are a bit sloppy, but ultimately he played a phenomenal game. And I think this was a great game for the Lakers fans to see him play, especially after what happened with Kendrick Perkins, who went on ESPN and said the Lakers should consider trading for James Harden. Now, this is something I really want to address because first thing is, logistically, I understand this decision. James Harden does fit into not only a necessity for what the Lakers need, and I think he fits in getting the most out of Anthony Davis and for James Harden personally. And what I mean by that is James Harden obviously still wants to be that high volume scoring, playmaking guard that he was in Houston. I believe on this Lakers roster specifically, he can truly do that. This is a team that wants LeBron to take a step back, be more of a playmaker, facilitator, not to play massive minutes on a nightly basis, not to have these post-game, fourth quarter heroics in order for the Lakers to seal games. And so because of that, James Harden fills in a role that not only he personally desires, but fits what the Lakers are trying to do. I do think there is an issue getting Anthony Davis some easier touches at times. And I think when you add James for the pick and roll aspect and not only his personal scoring, the way he can stretch out a defense, I think he can make him a lot or get a lot out of this roster. Now, I do want to pump the brakes on this idea because one, James Harden has showed that his postseason success is not much to be desired. And not only that, I think it's too early in the season for Lakers fans to get on this bandwagon that James Harden needs to come and save the Lakers, because at any point this year, if Austin Reaves starts clicking, if D'Angelo Russell continues to expand on the game he had tonight, I think the Lakers ultimately will be in good hands. Because another thing too is to trade for James Harden means you're probably going to have to give up a Rui Hachimora. You're potentially going to have to give up an Austin Reaves or a D'Angelo Russell, and then potentially a first-round draft pick. I don't know if you need to give up that type of haul for a James Harden. Now, it would make sense because you still have Jared Vanderbilt coming back, so you would be able to make up for some of the production you lose with Rui, with Vando, at least from the defensive end of the floor. However, Lakers fans, let's calm down a little bit. It's only 3 games into the season. I don't think this is something where fans should really be getting on this bandwagon. Now, I won't lie. I do believe it is something to look at least going forward, as a potential move. You never know with Rob Pelinka. You also never know with some of these Lakers teams. I mean, listen, I think it would be a shame not to admit that the lights are brighter when LeBron James is on the court. Some players thrive in that situation, others don't. But I don't automatically want to assume that James Harden is the guy that will thrive in that type of spotlight. But I understand where Kendrick Perkins is coming from. However, me personally, I do think let's calm down. Let's not jump off the boat just yet. Let D'Lo, Reaves, let Gabe Vincent find themselves within this offense. I have faith that Darvin Ham will put together better rotations and better sets to get the most out of his guys. And with that being said, if you want to get any more Lakers Digest content, hit that subscribe button and be a part of the Lakers Digest community. And please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. More people who are viewing these videos are not necessarily subscribed, so make sure you subscribe. And with that being said, peace.